This is one of the best Kagurabachi chapters. We got Konoshige with the Lady Masami having her sword at Konoshige's throat, ready to chop my man neck straight off. But my man not losing no concentration or focus off them flames. Got my man Subaru fighting the Masami, and the Masami is throwing kunais like they ninjas, but this man is blocking them with just his shoes that's coming off his feet. Come on, this is peak. And we got Shiba's unrelentless will to save his dog Konoshige, even though he's suffering all the injuries from Hiroshima. This chapter was cold. Let's tap in. The chapter starts off with 128 smelting, part 3, with Konoshige still locked in. But my man Goji noticed that my man Subaru hasn't slept for almost 2 days. Plus, he's been using his sorcery the entire time. And he's probably exhausted, just like Rokuhara. My man continues the battle with the Masami anyway. As the Masami get to throwing kunai like he's some ninja, you know what I mean? But with the elite skills of my man Subaru, my man just kicked back and laid and threw his shoe and let him know, I'm nothing like you. I'm a real sword master. And Subaru gets to telling us that his doppelgangers aren't really, you know what I mean, the fighting type. It would just be him. So he yells out, Joji, you grab the other guy. My man Subaru can't see a thing with all the dust everywhere, so he calmed down, start using his senses, and then my man just speed blitzed the Masami before my man could hit the furnace. Like my man Subaru say, I knew he was going for the furnace, and then my man just hit me and popped behind my man Subaru. My man Subaru flipped the sword so fast, and they both clashed. Notice the angle that Subaru hit this man's sword from. And we get big boy Subaru, the sword master, straight cracking in half the Masami sword and lets him know you're going to need a better blade. He explains to him that katanas are surprisingly vulnerable to sideways force. That's what he did, and that's what he was aiming for, as the Masami ninja thinking to himself. And the guy from the Masami say, I see. I don't think we're going to be able to put this fire out then. Then we notice my man Subaru peeps something right out the side of his eye. And it's that boy Konoshige, the woman in the Masami ninja woman, pour straight up on my boy Konoshige with the sword to his throat. But you see the focus. It's never lost. He is just different. And my man, like, when? As Joji sat in his head, and my man Subaru, like, they're just on a different level. They are virtually undetectable. And we get the man from the sorcery barrel talking about how, you know what I mean, Konoshige Rokuhara, this guy seems oddly invested. It turns out he was involved with Princess Chiaki. Saying for someone like him, he has nothing to lose. And to ignore the country's decision and risk a disaster, and also knowing that it was Chiaki's decision too that made the decision to deny the swords. What does this guy think he wants to be a hero? We get my man Shiba huffing and puffing down bad as he think about that Hiroshima battle that he went through. And my man said, no, I cannot let this happen again. Then we get back to the girl talking to Rokuhara as she got the sword to his neck, talking about he's the real spark we must put out. He definitely is, baby. Then we get Rokuhara as he thinks about that time when Shiba came to save him and he couldn't do nothing. We find out how Chiaki made my man delicious dinners and all that until she became the princess. Then we find out that Princess Chiaki was part of the reason why the Enchanted Blades was rejected. And she predicting that the smelting of the blades would be dangerous. Princess Chiaki did not want this. Konoshige just think then and now it's always her protecting me. This seems sort of parallel right here to my boy Soga. He let us know that is why he kept forging katanas. Or seemingly that's all he could do. Throughout all his thoughts, he just think in the end, how he said he was going to protect people, and then how he was going to face his demons. He couldn't even protect a single person that he truly cared about. As we see the sword piercing closer and closer to my neck, whereas though we see the blood coming out, and we see Joji, Subaru, and the girl from the Mazumi face, plus my man Rokuhara, and he ain't taking an eye off those flames. This man is insane how focused he is. And she says, even now, he's still focused. It doesn't matter. This is more than life to my boy Rokuhara, she says, as we get next thing you know, she outside with that boy Sheba that had that resolve to keep pushing and keep fighting. And she even asks, why won't you quit? I saw all your medical records and everything. It's a miracle that you even can stand up, let alone even be breathing. And my man Sheba like, so what? As he thinking about my man. My man, she was falling to the ground. He said, I saw a guy crush a ship into a ball, even with a hole in his stomach. Mashiro, big upscale. Then we go back, because we see the two ninjas from the Mazumi now running down on my man Konoshige. This is bad. But the boy Sheba pops up in the nick of time, right before the two Mazumi soldiers could chop my man Konoshige head off. And this is big trust that my man Konoshige got and Sheba, because he not turning an eye, because he know his dog got his back. When we get the chapter ending with Sheba yelling out, Rokuhara, this time you take the glory. And my man Rokuhara said, I'm on it, as he's still focused on those flames. This has to be one of the sickest and badass chapters that Kagurabachi, my man Hokuzono, the Ink Goat, delivers. It's your boy Bachi Boy Rude. We out.